welcome here to the CPSA Awards. Lovely evening here in Sheffield. As you can see, everyone's now just coming down to sit down for their dinner. Remember, at the end of this dinner, then we will go straight into the awards. I know certainly one of the first ones is to recognise those great successes from the Commonwealth Games. Certainly now everyone's going to enjoy their food and drink, so I'm going to sit down as well now. But we very much look forward to bringing you the full streaming of these great awards very, very shortly.
Just a few thank yous I'd like to say before we really get started. We have got some special guests here this evening. I'd like to welcome our Olympic medalists who are with us, Richard Foulds, gold medalist from Sydney, Ian Peel, silver medalist from Sydney, and we should remember Bob Braithwaite as well, who sadly died a couple of weeks ago and will be sadly missed, and really inspired a new era of clay shooting, I think, in the UK. But thank you to all of those. Ed Solomons as well, world champion, FITAS champion. Ed, you're welcome. Special mention, really, I think, after his fantastic achievement, to Mark Windsor as well. Driven it here in comfort tonight, I'm sure, Mark. Well done. Great for the sport, great for the profile. So, could we welcome all of our special guests, please? I'd also like to welcome two more. Susan Bontoff from Hull Cartridges, here as Paul Chaplow's guest. Susan, thanks for coming tonight. And also Rob Fenwick, who's hosting the World for us next year as well as last year. Thanks for changing all your plans in London and making it up here tonight with Mark. You're very welcome, Rob. Thanks for coming. So, without the support of our sponsors, this evening's event wouldn't be as successful as hopefully it will be. And I'd like to thank in particular our headline sponsors, Archant Dialogue, who publish our magazine, Paul. You'll see it's had a refresh this month, especially for the awards, I'm sure. And I'd like to thank Shakibra Mohseni and Gary Stone for coming along this evening. I had to check how to pronounce that, so hopefully it wasn't too bad. And yeah, thank you very much for being here. Our headline sponsors, also sponsoring the Clay Shooter of the Year category with Clay Shooter magazine. So we'll call everybody up to present the awards through the evening. Sponsoring the volunteer category through Sport England, pleased to welcome Hamish McInnes here from British Shooting this evening. And from Browning, David Stapley. David, thank you for coming. We also have Martin Mansley and Simon Mab here from our insurers, Romero. Thanks for coming tonight and supporting this award. From the Schools Challenge and the Oxford Gun Company, we have a fair few of the Florent family and some of your guests here tonight. From Beretta we have, or from GMK, but supported by Beretta, we have Simon Morgan, so thank you very much for your support and attendance. From Promatic, Brian couldn't make it unfortunately, but we will have a stand-in to present the award in that category. We're grateful for Promatic support across the season, as well as this evening. From Easy Hit we have Graham Odes and Paul Rendell, thank you for your support and being here as well. We have support from Blaser. Robert couldn't be here this evening, but John Offord will stand in and present the prize there. On behalf of Clay Shooter, we've got Vic Harker presenting the prizes later as well. So, we also have special guests in representatives or our regional committee chairs, so they're all very welcome. And before we go into the main awards, I would just like to call up some of the Commonwealth Games shooting team that are here this evening. Our other skeet shooters, Rory Warlow, who's a bronze medalist, Mikey Gilligan and Amber Hill are all still out there and on their way back from the World Cup. But we have a good selection of our team here tonight. Thank you very much indeed. Would you like to say anything?
Sure. Aaron,
What, me?
All right. I've got a speech. Just from us guys, really, just to say thank you for the support. To John, you led us, and we brought back some medals, which we couldn't have done it without you. And keep pushing us, and keep telling us off as well. And yeah, and thanks to all you guys for watching and also supporting us. We couldn't do it without you guys. We really couldn't. And on that note, I'm done. Thank you.
We know John with a long history of shooting expertise and knowledge, and I hand over to his expertise now as an MC to run the rest of the awards for this evening. Thank you, John.
So John Perry now. John Perry's just behind me. John Perry's going to be the compere for this evening. Certainly as we now go through this, the first thing that he's going to be looking at, going to be going through Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year is actually sponsored by Browning, and David Stapley will be coming up certainly in a moment, and the three nominees will certainly be coming up in a minute. So Justin Bladen will be coming up, Sarah White and Vince Kowalski. They will be the three who have been nominated as Coach of the Year. They'll be coming up onto that stage in a moment, so we'll just let John carry on now.
With their support for the awards again for yet a further year. It's brilliant. Let's hope they do it next year as well. So the first award is for the Coach of the Year, and that's sponsored by Browning, who are providing the winning coach with a shotgun for the use of their lessons, which I think is a very generous thing to do. And presenting the award is David Stapley, the Managing Director of BWM Browning. So David, do you want to come and join me? Terrific. So this award recognises the outstanding contribution of a CPSA qualified coach in developing shooters to make excellent progress and achieve success in the sport. Look, he comes tooled up. Good branding there, I love it. Anyway, the nominees, first one is Justin Bladen. So Justin, if you want to make your way here. One of Justin's pupils said he always has the time and patience to help you with that problem target. Oh, I know those. And the bad habit that you picked up. He's had a great knowledge of all shooting styles and knows how to improve yours.
So Justin is now up on stage. So Justin, qualified coach, qualified last year, and Justin coaches a lot out of Cambridge Gun Club. I actually met up with Justin about a month ago. Really nice guy, great knowledge as well, and certainly there. And just been joined up there with Sarah White. A lot of people on the FITAS scene will certainly know Sarah. Shot for Great Britain many a times. Sarah's got a really nice way with the way that she coaches, and so Sarah's up there as well. Sarah, you know, was involved with Bisley for a long time, and Sarah's certainly now gone off on her own, and now Vince Kowalski is now on stage as well. So those are our three nominees for Coach of the Year. But who will win? Who will win?
Please would you announce the winner for us?
Well, I'm delighted to announce that the Coach of the Year 2015 is Sarah.
Fantastic, there's Sarah White. That's brilliant for Sarah. Bumped into her again probably just a couple of months ago, and she was there, so now they're going to come across there. There we go, each of them congratulating each other.
You must be really proud to have won that. Oh, it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. It's just, I've got such wonderful clients, and for them to nominate me has just been amazing. I've got some wonderful support team. I've got, I'd just like to take a couple of thank yous if I may. Can I say, Garland's in Aldershot, they've just been fantastic with their support, and also Express. And I've also got my support team as well, which is Chip, David and Guy, that's just been just behind me all the way. And also my clients, I just love them all to bits. They're just amazing. It's just the best job in the world. Yeah, thank you, thank you.
So here we are now. Then we're just coming on to the Development Initiative of the Year. So three people here. Well, three individual areas that we've got here. John Bidwell. John Bidwell is coming up for this award. Also Fan Fatales, so Lydia and Rachel, and everyone will know them pretty well for the great work that they've done over this year. And then the Schools Challenge again with David Florent. So those are the three that have been nominated. Three really good worthy winners here. But let's now see who these winners are going to be.
Delighted to announce that the winner of the Development and Initiative Award of the Year is the Schools Challenge.
So there we go, the Schools Challenge has won that this year. Again, tirelessly, it's their 10th anniversary, so David Florent will be really pleased with that. Put a lot of work in at that grassroots level to really strive to bring those youngsters on again.
It's fantastic to win this, especially in its 10th anniversary, when we're going to give a car away to some lucky young shot at the end of the year. It's very important. I started shooting when I was 8. I've been lucky enough to shoot double trap for GB on various different occasions, and when I started shooting there was not that many youngsters shooting, and it was nice to see the amount of youngsters at shooting and coming into the sport, because with the best one in the world, at the end of the day, you've got to have the youngsters coming through to keep shooting going.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're now up to Volunteer of the Year, and again, I think this is fantastic with a volunteer. These are people who put some real great effort and time into our great sport, and certainly we've got 3 fantastic people here. So we've got Richard Hunter. Richard will be going out to South Africa later this year as the England team manager. Also then Julie Spurling. We chatted with Julie actually last year when we went to follow one of the disabled shooting groups, and we spoke to her husband Alec as well. Julie just works tirelessly, and I think for Julie, one of the key things that she was behind was the whole Paralympics. And again, in Germany last year they managed to get the Paralympics into there, so now clay shooting will be in the Paralympics. So Julie's coming up now as well behind me, and then also Janet Stannett, and Janet tirelessly works on local committee, and she pretty much single-handedly in that area, I believe in Lincolnshire, so she's worked really hard in terms of that. So there's 3 great people here who are volunteers. They put all their time and effort into our great sport. So now let's go and see who's going to win.
Thanks, John, and I'm delighted in my slimmer previous existence to say the Volunteer of the Year 2015, and very well deserved, is Richard Hunter.
There we go, so Richard Hunter has won it. That's fantastic. Richard puts in so much effort in the sport. As I say, we're going to South Africa with the England team later on this year. So again, a real worthy winner there. But I think actually in this whole volunteers, they're all winners really, because they put so much back into our sport.
It must be great to be another.
The second nominee is Amy Eastman.
How do you feel?
Brilliant. I'm quite shocked to get it. I'm pleased to get it. I thought both Julie and Janet also had a good crack at it, so I'm really pleased.
Now we're coming into the Young Shooter of the Year. So we've got 3 really special youngsters here. So we've got Dominic Cooper, Olympic skeet shot, shoots a lot of Doveridge, but he had a fantastic year last year, really striving along. Amy Eastman. Amy last year was able to shoot for Great Britain, and she's a real rising star and has done a fantastic amount of work through last year. And then thirdly, Alex Wilkinson. Alex Wilkinson, great, has been shooting for just over a couple of years. He's a member of the Gameball Academy, and equally won the Colts British Open last year. But all 3 of these really stand a great chance of winning this, but they're very much the future of our sport, and they're coming up now behind us. And again, this is where the grassroots, but when you look at these 3 individuals, they show great maturity as well. And certainly they have great promise for the future. And again, with Dominic now, he's on that England talent pathway, moving through to that for next year as well. But again, with Amy, we know that Amy will be shooting for Great Britain this year again, and certainly she's a real rising star, and great to see not only her as a youngster but also a female as well. And that really is really strong and great for our sport. And equal Alex Wilkinson again, only for a couple of years, but he's achieving great things, and also just secured sponsorship with Beretta as well. So now let's see who's going to win out of these 3 great youngsters.
I'm delighted to announce that the Young Shot of the Year for 2015 is Amy Eastman.
Amy Eastman, fantastic. I mean, that's brilliant for Amy. She had a fantastic year last year. That really is brilliant. She's just picked up a sponsorship as well with Browning. That really is a fantastic win, and we're going to catch up with her in a minute. We're going to get an interview with her. But actually, I think all 3 of those are very worthy winners there, and they've all done fantastically well.
Thank you.
You've had a great year last year.
Yeah.
How do you think you can build on that for next year?
Keep practicing, just carry on with my coach Cheryl, just keep going, banging targets.
So we've got the Club or Ground of the Year. There's 3 fantastic grounds that have been put forward here. We've got Cambridge Gun Club, Owls Lodge and Park Farm. So Cambridge are putting a lot of investment into their ground. I was there recently seeing what they're doing. They're looking to put more DTL layouts in, looking to put more skeet layouts in as well. Owls Lodge as well, we just heard them coming there, so Richard and Tanya will be coming up. And again with Owls Lodge, beautiful ground, to go there a lot, spend a little bit of time there with Richard and Tanya, but they really have a lovely family feel to their ground as well. And then Park Farm, Worcestershire, again really lovely ground, been there 1 or 2 times as well. They've got great facilities and everything there. Now again, I think which is really great with a lot of these nominees tonight, it's really tight to call who could actually win these great ones. So again, we've got the 3 nominees now just about to all be there on the stand, but let's see who it is though, because they really are, all 3 of those are really worthy nominees. And again, it's fantastic if you've never been to any of these grounds, so really say go and visit them. They've been nominated for a reason, that's because they're a really good ground or club.
Announce the winner.
Okay, so Richard Worthington is now just putting this together.
Is Cambridge Gun Club.
There we go, Cambridge Gun Club. And that's fantastic, really is, for Mick and Karen there to get that award there. As I said, been there recently, I was there about a month ago and was looking around the ground, and it really does amaze me. They're putting so much investment into that lovely ground.
So, how important is it to win this award tonight?
Very. We're really pleased. And can I just say thank you to everybody for voting for us. Thank you to our staff.
They're very important.
And they make the grounds what it is. Thank you to the CPSA, and also thank you to Promatic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Did you want to say anything?
Thanks to everyone who's voted for us, and brilliant. Overwhelmed.
Much appreciated.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Now we're just coming on now to our next award as well. So this is the Disabled Shooter of the Year. So the 3 nominees here that we have Jamie Guttridge, John Harrison, and we have Andy Womble as well. Fantastic here. I mean, again, when you look at disabled sport now, mention it again when we had Julie as well. We were talking with Julie and looking at that, and again, clay shooting now has begun to come into that Paralympics, and with that Paralympics, more and more disabled people will be able to take up this shooting. When I went to Cloudside last year, we looked at the Disabled Shooters Group. We also spoke to Sam Nunn as well at the British Open. Fantastic to see those guys as well there. But when you actually look at some of these guys behind me, you know, the things that have happened to them, but they've been able to take great enjoyment out of this fantastic sport. And I think it really is fantastic to see them recognised. So let's see who those winners are.
I'm delighted to tell you that Andrew Womble.
And there we go. Andy Womble has won the Disabled Shooter of the Year. I mean, that's fantastic, Andy. He was a fantastic Olympic trap shooter in his early days, and then he had an awful accident. But he's really come back to where he can come into there, and I think that's just fantastic. But as I said, I think the biggest winners here is the disabled shooters. It really is, to see so many of them coming through.
First of all, well done for that.
Thank you very much.
Now, with disabled shooting being recognised for the Paralympics, do you think it's going to bring more disabled shooters into it?
Hopefully, we're working hard to get that. We're trying to achieve that. Yes, everybody's working hard. Julie at DSG, everybody's going towards that goal.
Great. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got 2 more awards now to come. We've got the Special Contribution Award, then following that, then we've got the Clay Shooter of the Year as well. So interestingly for me, I've been nominated in the Special Contribution Award, so I'm going to just have to leave this camera running, and I'm going to take a move up onto the stand as a moment. So I'm going to go up onto there, so we come into there, and then after that, then we're going to come into the Clay Shooter of the Year award, of which Paul Chaplow, Steve Scott and Ed Solomons have been coming as well, and that'll be the last award of the evening. So we're going to come and just through here, and I'm going to let this go because I've got to go on stage.
Would you like to announce the winner, John? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Blaser, much pleasure in announcing the award for the Special Contribution of the Year 2015, and the award goes to, just waiting for the director now to give me the timing, John Robinson.
special is it to win this award tonight?
Oh God, a massive honour really, because all I did was just talk about things a bit and let the competitors get on and win. And you can, we do 49% of the game and competitors do 51%. So look, for a special award, fantastic, fantastic to get it. But really the credit goes to all the people who helped me do what we did, quite frankly. So I think that's where it lies.
Well done, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
So here we go, we can just hear John Perry behind me. Okay, so John Perry behind me, just calling those. So Paul Chaplow coming up, then it'll be Steve Scott and then Ed Solomons. I mean, I have to say for the judges, this has probably got to be one of the tightest ones for them to actually choose. Paul Chaplow last year had a fantastic year. Remember, he shot his 100th, 100, 300 and down the line, and I think that was a very special moment to be able to do that. Interviewed Paul last year, had that great moment with him as well. Steve Scott just coming behind, okay, victorious captain from the Commonwealth Games, again spoke to Steve last year, spoke to him actually, remember we spoke to him first at the World Sporting. We found him shooting the World Sporting at EJ Churchill's before he was supposed to go out, so we caught with him there. And then Ed Solomons coming on as well afterwards. Ed Solomons again, world champion from last year. So difficult to choose between these three. So again now we're going to see who that is, and Vic Harker is up there.
I'm pleased to announce on behalf of Play Shooter magazine, Play Shooter of the Year is Paul Chaplow.
Oh, there we go. Paul Chaplow wins it. Again, it was so hard to call that though, really was. But Paul has been a stalwart there in the down the line for many, many years now. And I think that is a fantastic win for him. Again, shoots with his Krieghoff and also a hull combination. I think that's a fantastic win. But either of those three great shooters could have won that, Steve Scott or Ed Solomons. All three of those guys had a fantastic year last year, and I think that was a very, very special moment there.
So they've saved the best till last then?
Yeah, I'm shocked. I really am. To be up against such a high standard of shooters, such as Ed, World Fitness champion, and such as Steve, Commonwealth Girl champion, and just somebody for me just mucks around with a bit of down the line. I'm just amazed, to be quite honest with you.
It was a close category though, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, but I'm just amazed. Sometimes our discipline gets left behind a little bit, especially against such as these international disciplines and etc. It's just so nice that we can compete to a high standard and keep going after all these years, and it's just nice to do something, not for myself but for the actual discipline itself. Represent our DTL shooters. It's just great to put them on the map, really. Yeah,
fantastic, well done.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Cheers.
Just coming to that end now, but it has been a fantastic night here in Sheffield. 150 plus people have been in this room, all watching it to there. And we know Nick Fellows is just going to say a few more words now, but it has been a really fantastic event here in Sheffield, and again we really hope you've been able to enjoy that. But certainly it's been a fantastic night for all the nominees and also for all those winners as well. It's great for them to have that recognition in this great sport, but again it couldn't be done without the great sponsors, and again there's many sponsors have been here tonight. Certainly Browning have been there, and Promatic and many of the other sponsors, and without the sponsors these great evenings don't work as well. So we hope you've enjoyed it, and just wishing you all a good night from here in Sheffield.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the formal part of the awards, the dinner this evening. Thank you very much indeed again for coming. We hope you enjoyed yourself, and we look forward to seeing many of you over the year. Thank you very much indeed.